this weekend? I'm going to tell you what I'm going to watch this weekend 28 years later. That's right. After a long awaited period, we finally got the third installment of the 28 fucked up number of time increments later film, which is the third installment of the first film, which was about 28 days later. After a mysterious, incurable virus spreads throughout the United Kingdom, a handful of survivors try to find sanctuary. I am not going to read the logline of this film. I do know that it does take place on an island. We had 28 Days Later, which was directed by Danny Boyle and written by Alex Garland. The second film is 28 Weeks Later, which Danny Boyle directed the first opening scene, which is a crazy-ass scene. And it was directed by, the rest of it was directed by someone else. I just showed 28 Days and Weeks Later to Roxy. She was not a fan of the first film, but she loved the second film, which I must mention, just in case anyone's interested in watching these. This is basically a zombie trilogy, except they're not technically zombies. They're infected with something called rage, which makes them go, I hate you, and they'll fucking bite and eat and smash and kill. They really highlight the, like, they're not just zombies in the second film. The second film is definitely what you want in a zombie film, but the first film is so well done. It decides to do a red camera, really grainy, indie type feel that feels post-apocalyptic on purpose, and it does a great job doing so. Stars Cillian Murphy and Naomi Harris. Naomi Harris better be in this movie. But they're making 3 more of these movies, including 28 Years Later. And they've already announced, I can't remember her name right now, but she's the one that directed Candyman, the new one. She's directing part 2 of 28 Years Later. And Cillian Murphy is said to return in this film, but Danny Boyle recently said it won't be this one, it'll be the next one. I think he's lying. We'll see. I forecast this to be popping because Danny Boyle's coming back to direct. Alex Garland came back to write. And it's got a pretty decent cast of Aaron Taylor Johnson, Jodie Comer, and Voldemort himself. Oop, shouldn't have said that. Ralph Fiennes? Is it Ralph Fiennes or Ralph Fiennes? It's the fine guy. Danny Boyle also did 127 Hours, Sunshine, and Trainspotting. If you want to get ready for this week, and you, oh no, I can't go see this right now. I have to watch the first 2 movies. Poppy's got you. 28 Days Later is on Pluto right now, and 28 Weeks Later is on Hulu. I forecast it to pop. I will not be going to check out Everything's Going to Be Great because everything sucks. JK, this movie looks, like it's full of heart. But it stars Bryan Cranston in The Smart family who wrestle with their oversized dreams. They come to realize that the struggle to find your voice and your place in the world can happen no matter what stage of life you're in. This also co-stars Allison Janney. I think this will pop, but it will be like a little boring. Like I said, I watched the trailer and I like what I see from Allison Janney and Bryan Cranston, but this movie isn't going to be centered on them. It's going to be centered on their kids. So I'll wait to hear someone else say, yeah, you should really go see this because I don't know. I'm going to see it. It's 28 years later. No, I'm just kidding. You should definitely take your kids to go see 28 years later. Elio, Pixar's next swing to try to make it back to the top. Elio, a space fanatic with an active imagination, finds himself on a cosmic misadventure where he must form new bonds with alien life forms, navigate a crisis of intergalactic proportions, and somehow discover who he is truly meant to be. This is in theaters. Pop it or not, I liked the trailer. I just think the trailer showed way too much of what this movie is going to be. It literally shows you the beginning, middle, and end. I like the storyline. I don't know if the alien's going to be very funny, though. I just think the trailer wasn't that great, but I think the movie sounds and looks fun. I just didn't like the trailer. Will I go see it in theaters? It really depends on Roxy if she wants to go or not. But if you have a family and you don't feel like leaving them yet, take your kid to go see Elio in theaters. Bride Hard with Rebel Wilson. This is the joke, so it's funny. It's just so stupid. I watched the trailer. I mean, do I really need to read what the logline is? I mean, I didn't really look at the the poster until just now. Now, honestly, we saw the trailer of this and we were like, I don't know. But I don't know. I think it's a fun idea. Bride Hard might be like, that might be too much on the nose. The reason I will watch this, I probably won't see it in theaters, but the reason I will watch this is Divine Joy Rudolph, the Academy Award winner, Divine Joy Rudolph from The Holdovers. She's the reason I'll watch this. I think Rebel Wilson's funny, but this poster is funny, saying like, am I going to go see the movie Bride Hard? That really tickles me. That is, I don't think I noticed the heel. It's so stupid. I must watch this film. Again, I watched the trailer and I was like, I don't know, guys, but I think it definitely has potential. It has potential. So you can be the judge yourself by checking this out in theaters. And also, not that. A Minecraft movie has been released in theaters already, as you know, because it made a gajillion dollars. But this will be available on streaming on Max this Friday or right now, depending on when you're watching this. So that's kind of cool because I'm pretty excited. I hear good things. I love Jack Black, so I'm down. Check it out on Max. And finally, this will be another week where I don't think I'm going to watch new television, but if you want a new show that could potentially be good that I think could be popping, but probably not, it's called The Waterfront. It does have Maria Bello, and I love Maria Bello, but it's about as their storied North Carolina fishing empire decays, the damaged Buckleys grapple to revive their imperiled maritime heritage. It's 1000% Ozark meets Yellowstone. That's what it is. That's what the writer walked into Netflix saying. He said, yeah. Yellowstone? Oh. And Ozark. Oh, we did that, yeah. But it's the same show. Hold for applause. It doesn't really strike me. But I love Maria Bello. And I just don't think this will pop for me, but maybe it'll pop for you. Especially if you like Yellowstone and Ozark. You can check this out on Netflix this weekend. And that's it.